Hello, it is Reviews Day Tuesday. This was supposed to be a Quiet as Mouse book club, and I was supposed to be reviewing War and Peace, but as I mentioned on Friday, that's not possible yet, because I still haven't finished it. So we just have another random mouse reviews kind of thing. I'm improvising a bit. First I'm going to review Iwan Rheon's album, Dinard. It's possible I'm mispronouncing all of those words. It's his first full-length album. It's got 11 tracks. It's only 37 minutes long. It's not the longest album ever. It's in a nice CD case and it has a booklet inside. Very nicely done. I like this album. It's well produced. It's folky. It's my kind of music. I particularly like the title song, Dinard, and also Can't Avoid the Sun and Tongue Tied, which is a great song which I've heard before. It's a nice album to have on in the background, but it also has great lyrics, so it's nice to pay a bit more attention to it as well. I'll give it a 4 out of 5, I recommend it. Secondly, I am going to review the film Cyberbully, but it is a different Cyberbully to the Cyberbully that I reviewed last week. Last week I reviewed the Channel 4 drama Cyberbully starring Maisie Williams, and in comments BBC Girl 520 mentioned that there was a US film from a few years ago with the same name. So I decided to check it out. This film is from 2011. It's an American film. It stars Emily Osment and Kelly Rowan. The UK film is just all in one room, whereas this US film was less dramatic but more wide-ranging. This Cyberbully concentrates on a teenage girl who is bullied online by some people from her school. It's not as hard-hitting, but it is still timely, and it has interesting things to say about how people are affected by bullying and about what you can do if you are bullied. Pretty short film, it's only an hour and a half. It was very well acted. I liked how they looked at the aftermath as well, how they looked into what they tried to do to stop it. I definitely don't think it was as good as the Channel 4 drama. It was a bit tame. I'll give it a 3.8. It was very interesting to watch and to contrast it with the other Cyberbully, and thanks for recommending it to me. Lastly, today I am going to review the web series Jules and Monty. It is a web series adaptation of William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. The action is moved to a university and the two households are rival fraternities. I have seen a lot of adaptations of Romeo and Juliet. More than I would like to be honest. It's not my favourite play. But I feel like this adaptation did a very good job of moving the action to a modern setting. And I was pretty impressed with how close they managed to stay with the original story and with the original story elements, considering how far away the world of Romeo and Juliet is from the world that we live in today. Also, they did something very interesting in that they included some of Shakespeare's original language. They included some speeches and scenes, and they kind of chopped and changed between Shakespearean English and contemporary English. In the comments of the videos this seemed quite divisive, and I struggled with it for a while. It can be a bit jarring and distracting, especially in the early episodes when you're not used to it, but I'm really glad they did it. I think overall it worked well, and it gave the web series a certain uniqueness. And as a massive Shakespeare geek, it was wonderful to see these speeches being performed in this context, even if sometimes it was altered. But I really like Mercutio's Queen Mab speech and how they did the balcony scene. I found that pretty funny. I enjoyed this. It was really good. And with this show and nothing much to do, I feel like Shakespeare is well represented on YouTube. And I know that there are other Shakespearean adaptations on YouTube as well, and I'm looking forward to watching them. I'll give Jules and Monty 4.4 out of 5, and I will link to it below in case you would like to watch it. So that's it for my impromptu mouse reviews. Do let me know what you think about any of these things, if you've seen them or listened to them. At time of filming and editing, I don't yet know if I will have a video up on Wednesday. It all depends on how much time I have on Monday. But I hope you have a good day, hopefully see you tomorrow, and if not, see you on Thursday.